Greetings, everybody. It's your girl, Kiara Washington. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking it out. If you are new to this page and you came across my face and you're like, who is this girl talking? You evidently typed in some type of sales content and you want to know tips and tools on how to land a job in retail sales or something like that. So I wanted to come on here because I tend to speak to people who are looking to get into an entry-level position, right? Like most of the people who come across my content, they want to get into some type of retail sales position. I rarely speak to the people who are already in it. I rarely speak to you all. So I want to say something to you all really quickly. And if you know a little bit about my backstory, if you don't, let me give you a quick rundown. I was in a retail store sales rep position for about 2.5 years. And from there, I went to a business account manager of retail. From there, I went to a business account exec. And then now I'm pretty much doing the same type of job now, just with a different company. And here's the long and short of it. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. One thing that I have continued to keep in mind since I've been in my sales career over the last 6 years is, what am I going to do next? Now, have I fixated on that? Have I overly thought about it every single day, every week? No. But I would say every 60 to 90 days, I'm thinking, how do I feel about the current position I'm in? Do I like it? Is it working out? Could I be doing something else? Could I be doing something better? Is it time to move on? And the reason why I constantly keep this question in the forefront of my mind on a regular basis is because one thing I will say I've learned is if the desire and the goal is to continuously advance, staying in the same position is not going to be extremely beneficial for you. So, hey, if you happen to say, hey, Kiara, I haven't even gotten an entry level sales role yet, so I'm coming across your content. Okay, this may not necessarily be the video for you. You may want to go check out other ones. But if you've been in the retail sales space entry level and you've been there for a little bit, maybe 6 months, maybe you've been there for a year, maybe a little bit over a year, and you're looking to do something else, consider the role that I did exactly after I left the inside sales store job. And that was called a business account manager. It's kind of what I'm doing now, except at a different capacity. But the reason why I say that is because the overall gist of the job is the same. Let me say that again. The overall compilation of the job is the same. You're pretty much doing the same type of work. The only difference is, keyword, business. You only deal with the business accounts. Now, if you know anything about being in a retail store, now this could be for Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. When you're in a retail store, you deal with everybody, right? You deal with the businesses, you deal with the personal accounts, the consumer accounts. You deal with all of that, right? When you're on business side, you just do business. Now, here's the best part, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet. The best part about getting to the business side is this. You deal with just one section of customers, right? It's just one section of customers. That's the best part. The second part is business customers tend to buy more stuff. Let me say that again. The amount of units that you can sell to a business customer will more than likely be, the median is about 4 to 5 lines if you sell a business. Now, is that all the time? No. Sometimes you get business customers and they just need one additional line. They may only need 2. Sometimes they figure out it's open enrollment and they just need to add insurance. But what I'm saying is the likelihood of you receiving a higher payout is 80% higher because business customers tend to need equipment for their employees, family members, etc. So, let me say it again. If you've already been in your inside sales position in the store, you've already been in a retail store, say you've been in a retail store for a year and you're like, yo, I've mastered this job. I know what I'm doing. I know how this go. And you're getting to a point where I got to, where you start to feel like you're hitting your ceiling with your current position. Look at moving to the business side. Here's also the thing too. with bigger companies such as AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, they also have positions that are not sales related. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because, you can get sales burnout. It happens to me. So sometimes they have business sales, customer service. Sometimes they have business troubleshooting and support people. These are positions that you can go into that are just for business. Now, sometimes business customers, they're a little bit more uppity because they own businesses. Sometimes they think they're better. But, that's the nature of the beast. But if you are already in your role and you've been in the current entry-level role for a little while now and you're looking to venture out and do something else, consider going after a sales account position or a business account management position. And y'all, let me tell y'all this. I say this because I have so much understanding and so much experience on this side now. The amount of what's the word? Gosh, it slipped my mind. The amount of leisure, and I'm saying this in a way where I don't want it to come off like you don't have to do anything, but the amount of leisure that you have, the amount of flexibility that you have, being able to step over to that side of the business, it doesn't even compare to being in a building for 8-9 hours. Like, I've explained this before, even when I was working at Verizon. When I worked at Verizon, I had stores, right? I started with 3, I ended up with 2 when it was all said and done. But even when I had my stores, if I had a doctor's appointment, if I had a dentist appointment, I had somewhere I had to be, if I just needed to focus on my numbers for that day, yeah, it was just a call I needed to make. It was just a text I needed to send. When I got over to AT&T, and now with me being at Spectrum, we don't even really go in the office. Like, we have offices, but we only go into the office if we have a meeting and it's like a team meeting or something. We all go in the office and we talk. And you can go into the office if you want to. If you want to go in the office and you want to do stuff and you want to sit there, you can. But your job doesn't require you to sit in the office from Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You work at your pace. And so if you're looking for more freedom, that's the word. I don't know why freedom was taking so long to come to mind, y'all. Y'all should have helped me. But if you're looking for more freedom and you know that you have what it takes to do the job, come over to the business side, y'all. I'm telling you, come over to the business side. Because the way I know that I would never want to go back into an office every day, that would be something that would really bug me. It would really bother me. So I like the freedom that I have being on this side of the business now in sales. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. I wanted to say that to the people who are just feeling like you're plateauing in the store, position. You want to do something else. Consider seeing what positions are on the other side. Come over to the business side. Now, granted, I will say this. There are certain terms that you're going to have to learn. There are certain systems that are different from business versus consumer. There are certain promos that are different. There's differences. I'm not going to say they're not differences, but the basic job, it's the same stuff for the most part. It's the same technique. It's still sales. And then you have the freedom and the ability to move about without being micromanaged. So anyway, y'all, that's all I had to say. Just wanted to come on here and just give that nugget to those of you who are in the stores and you're looking to venture out, okay? I ain't trying to say everybody need to do a mass exodus from the store, but I'm just saying, when I worked in the store, even when I came back in as a business account manager and I had stores that I was helping, I'm gonna tell you something I learned, and I said this in a video before. People who sit in inside store sales jobs for a very long time, they are some of the hardest people to deal with. I'm telling you, you can't tell them anything. You can't coach up or down. This is my experience. It was very difficult for me to deal with people who were on the job for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and hadn't had a promotion. They were the hardest people to encounter. So, don't become stagnant. And sometimes, you just have to go to a different place, go to a different location. You may have to apply for something that's not around the corner. Keep your options open, okay? All right, y'all. That's all I got to say. I hope this video helped and encouraged somebody and you learned something that you didn't know before, okay? I'm your girl, Kiara Washington. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.